Good afternoon and good evening, Collecticlix Nation. I know it has been a minute. Let me tell you, life comes at you quick. And if none of you guys have experienced um, fatherhood and everything and all the joys that come along with it, um, I sincerely hope that you get the chance to experience that. It's been an amazing ride these past few months. But I'm here to bring you an exciting new video going over some of the pieces that we got in Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. A lot of them being kind of overlooked, some of them not so much so, but um, there's just a lot of pieces that do what they do better, or that people would rather play instead of these pieces. The main thing that I kind of want to look at today is the Prime Spider-Man. So I was going through, if any of you guys saw, I went to the IPF online tournament. I definitely got away with some stuff there, if you guys were watching the stream, and I don't feel right about that. I could definitely clean up my game a little bit. I got away with a PC with the rookie when I should not have been able to PC with them, and I got away with some other stuff in the final game. Not that it mattered in the final game. Okay, I was going up against Paul Cote, and I decided to run the Martian Manhunter variation of the detective theme team, giving everybody outsiders. The issue was I ran into Maggot, Sicarian Iron Man, Kazar, and Venom Magneto and Scarlet Witch all on the same team. And none of those pieces care about Martian Manhunter's special power. They all have a way around it. So I kind of went into that match expecting to lose, and after 6.5 hours, I was kind of burnt out. But if any of you guys stuck around to watch that stream, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't seen any of it, I encourage you to go back and look at it. It's like I said, it's 6.5 hours long. But if you are looking at playing detective, that's probably, I would say, the first match that I play, the second match I play, and the fourth match I play are probably the best ones to look at. The third match, I got a little bit sloppy. I wasn't very proud of what I did there, but ended up coming away with a win on a roll-off because we tied. Kudos to that guy. I think it was Josh in the third round. Not sure on the last name. Not going to put out there. But Josh, good game, brother. You definitely made me make some mistakes, and kudos to you. But yeah, went into Top Cuts 3-1. And lost the first round there. Ended up coming away with some prizing. The prizing was amazing. The event was amazing. And I encourage any of you guys that are interested in competitive team building to go out and try online, play Roll20. I know in person it's better. If I was playing in person for 6.5 hours, I'd just be getting started, you know. But 6.5 hours sitting here in this chair, in this garage, just I got burnt out, man, and I had other things that I needed to do that day. But all that aside, I'm going to just leave it there. If you guys are interested in running detective, I encourage you to go back and look at that stream. There's a lot of good stuff there. Today, we're going to talk about the Avenger build. Now, the Avenger build in the past, it's been kind of hit or miss, right? So I went into Worlds last year running Avengers with a Captain America swap, so I could put Morgan Le Fay on there, swap her out, and that gave me access to Demon in an Armor and Molecule Man. Now, I kind of want to change that up. I felt like I didn't have enough offense with that team. It was a high defensive shell, and that's, what I decided to play. But this Prime Spider-Man, guys, it is an amazing piece. If none of you guys have had the chance to play with it, I encourage you to do so. Or if you have know anybody that has this piece, go ahead and play against it. This thing is a lot better than what it looks like just looking at the card. And I'm going to put up some gameplay video in this video to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Let's look at his card here. He is a symbiote, so he can be equipped with the black or red symbiote. The black symbiote grants stealth, and when he KOs a character, he heals 2 clicks instead of the basic steel energy that it grants. And then the red symbiote grants blades, claws, fangs, and then if steel energy, if they can already use steel energy, they instead heal 1 click for each damaged character. Looking at Spider-Man's card, You'll see he doesn't really have steel energy until the back end of the dial. I will say if you're planning on playing him at 50, the red symbiote is probably your best bet because then he gets that steel energy and he can heal up a butt ton with his double bolts. But if you're going to play him at 80, which is where I plan on playing him, the black symbiote is probably best for that stealth, and he's going to be killing something. If you play it correctly, he'll be killing a lot. So let's just look at his traits. His first one is the basic wall crawler that's shared with a bunch of people in the set. Grants leap climb so he can move. He has improved movement, elevated, and move through characters. Basically flight, but not flight. Flight without the carry. And then free place this character in a square of different elevation within 4 squares in line of fire. So a free placement that seems map dependent, but with the terrain markers that we have coming out now, it's not so much map dependent as it is just you can put it on your build. So that's a free placement of 4 squares right off the bat. And we're going to skip his subconscious crime fighting because that's kind of the crux of this piece, and I want to get into that after I mention to you guys he does have charge, flurry, and sidestep. So he's got charge with a 10 speed, that's 5 squares. Sidestep, that's 2 squares. The free placement, that's 4 squares. That's 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 2 is 11. Just that alone, he's Sky Tyrant. His special on defense is Super Sense is Impervious, and it is Protected Outwit. So you're going to have senses on 4 through 6. You're also going to have Impervious. I will say this guy, if you do plan on running this guy, something that's really heavy in the meta right now is All Black the Necro Sword with Sky Tyrant. And if you run into that, this piece is going to take a hit, if not 2, right? You need to be able to protect him from something like that, and you need to plan for something like that. But all that aside, his subconscious crime fighting is why he comes in as a prime. If you guys had the chance to play Punisher War Machine, that's kind of where this prime thing comes in. He harkens a lot of people back to that Punisher War Machine. But Punisher War Machine was more of a ranged-based character, didn't have as much defense, was much more of a glass cannon, but he was a lot of fun to play. And this Spider-Man, being a close combat piece, a little bit more defensive, seems just that much more fun to play with. It is free. If Spider-Man has 2 action tokens, give him a costed action as free. If you did, after resolutions, deal Spider-Man 1 unavoidable damage. This is where the symbiotes come into play. Just getting steel energy for free allows him to heal that 1 unavoidable that he would normally take if he used this trait. And if he kills somebody while having the black symbiote on him, he's going to heal for 2 clicks, right? So he would take 1 and then heal 2. So if he's taking damage, if he's on click 3 and he has 2 action tokens, you can flurry, kill something, and heal a click to click 2. Very solid piece, guys. And there should be some play there going over how this all works with the team that I've built. So looking at Avengers, yes, it is a theme team. I just can't get my mind set off of theme teams, and I really need to start doing that because there are so many great pieces that just don't fit into a theme. But man, I love the Scarlet Witch, Hope Summers, and Saki combination. It is just insane the amount of pick-a-power that you get from that. I've described it as Goblin King, modern Goblin King, but with 3 pieces instead of just the 1. So you get those 3 pieces, and then another piece from Spider-Man Beyond Amazing that I feel it's getting some respect, but I don't feel like it's getting the respect it deserves, especially if you pair it with something like Scarlet Witch. Something that I did to one of our locals the other day. We were playing on a small map, and on a small map, Scarlet Witch's Chaos Marker covers so much more area, right? On a big map, 16 by 24, 3 by 3 squares isn't that much, but on a 16 by 16, 3 by 3 squares, it's a lot of the map. So if Frogman can move 10 squares and then sidestep next to somebody and knock them back 3 in a direction of his choice, he can get them into Scarlet Witch's Chaos Marker or in range for you to TK Scarlet Witch to get her in range to place that Chaos Marker for Saki or Spider-Man to come up and swing behind her. So I feel like this combination is just very synergetic with Frogman and Scarlet Witch, and then Scarlet Witch, Hope Summers, Sakari, and Iron Man, and then Prime Spider-Man just because he's so much fun to play with. Honestly, I've had a blast playing with him every time he's hit the board. But it does put you in a weird spot with the Avengers keyword. I'm 20 points under there. So my immediate thought is spirit of the game. I have 5 characters here. They're all going to want to do something every turn. So having that extra action there could be beneficial. Plus the 18 defend is very good for Sakari and Iron Man. Gives him that extra 1 so I don't have to perplex his defense every turn. And hopefully he's not taking as much of a hit. So immediately my mind goes to that, but you could also go emotional modifier and a ring here. So either of those routes are probably the way to go. I hesitate with the emotional modifier because I'd want to put it on Hope Summers, but I don't want Hope Summers up in the action. Something to mention here, Hope Summers can copy the Spider-Man team ability and then choose senses from either Spider-Man or Scarlet Witch. And here's a rules question for you guys, and if you know the answer, put it in the comments down below. If I only have Frogman and Hope Summers next to each other, can she copy super senses from Frogman's Spider-Man team ability? Think about that, because the Spider-Man team ability is super senses on a 6. Can Hope Summers copy that super senses so that she gets regular super senses as well as a Spider-Man team ability because she is a wild card? Alright guys, that is this team. I'll let the video play out if it's still going. If not, I hope you guys all have a great week, great weekend, and enjoy the rest of it. I hope to see more of you guys. I am definitely going to start putting out a lot more content now. Things have started to settle down on my end of things. I want to apologize again for the lack of content. But I hope you guys have a great one. Keep rolling them dice. Peace.